Hello, I'm Amber Hardman and welcome to this week's episode of NatChat. I'm joined here by Michael O'Neill, who is part of National Seniors Australia. Welcome, Michael.
Hello, Amber. Good to be here.
Thank you. Now, what can you tell us about National Seniors Australia?
Well, National Seniors Australia is a membership group that has 270,000 members across the country. It's an organisation that's dedicated to providing a voice for Australia's over 50s community. So from age 50 and beyond, people can join National Seniors and I guess add their voice to providing representation and pressing for change so that it benefits everybody aged 50 and over.
Excellent. How did the organisation form?
Well, it was formed 33 years ago in Brisbane. It was an initiative of the local Lions Club, Lions Club in Brisbane, and I guess from humble beginnings, it's grown now to be the biggest of the over 50s groups in the country. It's got offices in all states, and I guess a significant presence, a significant voice nationally with government and with the business community and with, I guess, the community more generally in terms of those things that impact on people when they get to their 50s.
And what kind of things are you talking about that impact people over
Well,
50?
I guess we're talking about particularly the attitude of people, attitude of government, the attitude of business and the community generally to the whole ageing issue. So we hear a lot about the ageing of the nation, and there are consequences of the ageing of the nation that we will all feel in due course. If you're going to be in that cohort, you're going to be worried about, whether you get a job and keep a job, the nature of aged care. When if your time does come when we do need support, whether you can have that at home or in an institution, and that there's good quality aged care associated with that. Your health concerns, because health becomes an issue as you age, right through to the way the commercial world might treat you, whether there's any discrimination simply because of the date on the calendar. So if you're 50 and over, how you're treated may well be different simply because that date on the calendar. So it's those kind of issues that are really important to people in their day-to-day lives when they turn 50, and I guess they get more significant then as they turn 60 or 70 or 80, as the case may be. Is
there any, from your research, have you found any, things that older people actually contribute? You've been talking about, myths that, employees have that, are may possibly discriminatory against older people. Is there anything that older people contribute to the society that is more positive?
I think that's a really good question. At the moment we hear a lot about the ageing of the nation, and it's almost in plague proportions. The end of the world is coming because we're going to have this ageing part of the nation, and it's going to cost us more in health and aged care and whatever else. It's a quite negative perception around ageing. We had some research done, I guess, to try and balance that. So that might be, on the one hand, the cost issues and the negativity. The other hand, this research identified that if you have a look at the employment contribution of people aged over 50 or over 55, as the case may be, a significant number of people in full-time work, a large number of people wanting to work and being unable to find employment, and we can deal with that separately. A really significant contribution in volunteering, so Meals on Wheels, other community activities. Tends to have a significant presence of older Australians who deliver in that area. In terms of family activities, if you think about it, the number of parents and grandparents who are involved in daycare, looking after children, as the case may be, right through to civic activities. So people involved in, helping at libraries and local councils or similar things. If you add all those up, you actually find that older Australians contribute substantially to the community and to the economy in a way that's not recognised by all the negatives, on the other hand, where we just focus on cost and the great threat that this is going to propose. Well, it's actually not the great plague that is being portrayed as. It's actually got a lot of plus sides as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And we just need as a community to be a bit more considered in the way we deal with the ageing issue, rather than just taking the negative all the time. So I guess that's the kind of research that we've had done that we think is useful in terms of providing some balance around the debate, and I guess that's one of the reasons why the organisation was formed initially, to provide that balance, to provide for change in attitudes towards those issues that are important.
So how do you provide help to your members?
I guess it's particularly around providing for change to occur. So that's very much about lobbying government, talking to government, pressing them to change, whether it's legislation or benefits as the case may be. And that's the kind of benefit that will flow through eventually to our members. So perhaps a good example is we were fairly influential and I think a loud voice in the pension debate. So over the past 2 years or so, there's been a lot of pressure on government, and you would have, you and your listeners will, your viewers will recall the Prime Minister and others saying that they couldn't live on $271 a week.
Yes.
And no, they couldn't. But getting governments to actually move from recognising the problem, or getting them to recognise the problem, was a big step to start with. Getting them to provide some funds towards it, which the current government did to their credit, is the kind of thing that I guess we do. So applying that pressure is a way of providing benefit to members. Pension case, we did it. For self-funded retirees, preserving their benefits. For folk who are younger but still in the workplace, some work we do around that to try and ensure they get access to employment. Again, ways of providing benefits back to members.
Exactly. Okay, Michael, we're just going to take a quick break, so thank you. You're watching NatChat, and we'll be back after this break.